guys, I hope this works out better today and I don't have a bad connection or it doesn't cut me off. If it does, I'm sorry. Anyway, I have partially got ready, look a little weird, and I decided to finish getting ready with you guys with the new things that I bought from the Sephora VIB sale and a couple other things I'm working on, and you know the drill. Let's just get ready. And if my phone rings or whatever, you know, remember we're live and I'm home alone, so I have to answer it. All right. I just wanted to talk a minute because I posted on Instagram about my foundation, and the connection is going to be bad. Anyway, I've been using the Shiseido Synchro Skin Lasting Liquid Foundation, and that's what I'm using, and it's in the shade Neutral 2, and for some reason, I mean, it looks really light to start with, but it looks better as you wear it, and I feel like it kind of melds into the right color as the day goes on. I'd be too afraid to get a darker color if I was going to buy it, which I'm not right now, but anyway, that's not why you're here. Anyway, how many times can I say that? Alrighty. Okay. So, I've put on my contour, I've done my brows, I've done my foundation, and I've set it. So, that's the reason why the contour looks harsh, because I haven't blended it out yet. And I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. And I'm just going to use this shade, it's kind of bronze, and the Crown C472 Pro Chisel Brush. I like brushes that are this shape to do bronzer with. Now, I can't see. I have to look up close in a hand mirror. I don't know. I can't see that far away anymore. I can see it, but I don't trust it. It turns out better if I look in a hand mirror. Whoa, that looks... Whoa. I've only used this a couple times because I've been trying to use up a sample of a bronzer, so that just looks crazy town on camera. Anyway. I kind of just, I don't know. I'm just winging it. I'm just winging it. That looks really harsh, doesn't it? But you know, that stuff is the first stuff to fade throughout the day on me, is like contour, and I feel like it looks like it's way down here, but it's really not. I've been using the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder on a sponge to kind of clean that up. I didn't bring that over here, but let me just forget about it for now. That is plenty enough bronzer. And then I'm going to use, before I use that, I'm going to use some of this Tarte Smooth Operator Tinted Press Finishing Powder because I'm trying to work through it. It's in the shade Medium. And this IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Radiance Wand brush. I love this brush. It is huge. I got it off eBay. There's a lot of people that that sell, like, buy the QVC kits or whatever, and they'll sell parts of it they already have or that they don't want, or they buy them just to break them up and sell them. And you can get real IT Cosmetics brushes for a great deal. I've bought 3 or 4 that way because they're so expensive, and if you don't want to buy like a huge kit, you can just get what you want. Because I got this for, I think, $16. So that is that. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the Marc Jacobs Air Blush in Lines in Last Night. That's what I got from Sephora yesterday. And the Marc Jacobs, the blush brush. Maybe I won't go too crazy with this. And I haven't done my eyes yet either, as you can tell. I want to use this new Tarte palette and see how that rolls. I just love these colors of blush for my skin tone. These like orangey with some red in them. Like it's not pink, it's got a redness to it. They just look good on me, on my skin tone. Okay. And then I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills little highlight brush, which is not my favorite and I don't recommend. And go in this like highlight part. I don't know how good that's gonna. Did I even use the right side of the brush? I mean, it's not an intense like highlight, but it's a good everyday, I think, highlight. It's not crazy, and it's not yellow. I mean, it looks yellow, but it's not yellow. It just kind of melds into the skin. I just love that. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to dab at my nose. I always keep a towel handy when I'm doing my makeup because I go crazy. And for contour, I use this MAC blush and taupe I've been working on. Now, let's go on to the eyeballs because I'm just ready to use this Tarte Rainforest of the Sea palette. And I'm going to use the e.l.f. concealer brush and this shade right here, just the cream colored shade. I've already used the NARS Pro Prime eyeshadow primer. I always like to set that, you know, it just makes everything I put on top of it blend easier for me. If I forget to do this step, I can tell it because the eyeshadow just likes to stick right where I put it. Which I guess that has its advantages depending on how you do your eyeshadow. But for me, it doesn't work. It's plenty enough. Okay. And then I'm going to use the, I'm going to say this wrong, the Hukahodo, whatever, GSN 09 brush. You can get these on Beautylish. And I'm going to go into, which one is it? This one. This shade right here. Yeah, it's a matte. And let's see how this goes. This is a really good brush if you have smaller eyes or you don't, or you have hooded eyes. It really places, you can really place your eyeshadow almost exactly where you want it. And then it blends it out. I really like it. I really, really do. I feel like it looks different whenever you look at it. I know I've been looking at myself, but when you look at it in a close-up mirror and then you look at it a little bit further away, like if you was at a vanity or your bathroom mirror or whatever, it just looks a little different. You know what I mean? I don't know. I kind of do it here and then I kind of check it here. You know? Let me try this eye. I have no idea. really no idea what I'm going for. I just hope this lasts all day because it is, I don't know, before 10 o'clock in the morning, and my boys have ball games tonight. The last one is at 8 o'clock, so this is going to have to last me a long time. Which it should. Shouldn't it? Shouldn't it last a long time? I feel like it takes a bit to build this up. I'm going to put a little bit. I always go in with my crease shade right here to kind of get that started, building up the color. I don't know. Have y'all shopped the sales or the Ulta sale or anything yet? Because I don't know. I just find myself buying stuff just because it's on sale, and I really don't need to be doing that because I have so many things I love. And I've been using this shade. If you could see that in the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea palette, look at that. I mean, it's not like really powdery, but just this one use, there's already like divot in it, which, you know, is really fine. It doesn't really bother me. It's just noteworthy. And I just keep building that up here. I'm going to have to pull in some other shades for sure. I was going to try to just use this palette. Well, let's just see how it goes. Okay, that's enough of that. And I have one of these. I went on the Makeup Geek website and bought one of these Veramona, is that what it's called? Color switch things. On the Makeup Geek website, you can get the refill for, I think, $5.99. And I already had this tin that I found at the Dollar Tree, which this fits perfectly inside of. So I use this. Because I tried using a hair donut, and it works, but it's not as convenient to kind of rub the brush on for some reason. It's not as easy to clean as that is either. But to each their own. And then I'm going to use this shade. These, oh, okay, I'm sorry. They do have shade names. I set my eye primer with Sand, and then I put in the crease Cove. And then to deepen up, I'm going to use Abyss, which looks like it has some purple to it. Let's see how this rolls. And I have never used this palette before. I just got it yesterday. So we shall see how this rolls. I don't know. Get some more. This shade is really pretty. And, you know, you have to remember, you know, these are 36-year-old eyelids that I'm working with. So it's not 20 something. I don't know. I don't watch many younger YouTubers. There's a few Project Panner girls that are younger that I watch, but I don't know. I'm just kind of over it. See, this eye always does so much better than this eye. Just so much easier to... Let me change brush to put eyeshadow on that eye. I'm going to try this. What is this? It's a Komori T7. It's another one off of Beautylish. I'm going to just blend. I didn't put any other shadow on it. I'm just blending it. It's the reason why I don't like Get Ready With Me's, because I feel like I take forever And I'm not the editing type. I'm just saying, I don't have the patience. Or I'm not trying to do it for anything other than the fun of it, so. Oh, what do you think? Oh, I think this eye looks better than this eye. But that's just how it always goes. I'll have to clean that up later, but whatever. Doesn't seem to be any fallout though, like on my cheeks, but I do always tap off my brush. So I'm going to have to go in with a different shade that's not in this palette. I'm going to use this ColourPop shade, which is a dupe for MAC Soft Brown. It's called Wake Up Call. And I want to use this same little brush that I was blending with, because I just can't go without something warm in my transition. I'm just stuck on the warmth. I just feel like it looks better. The overall look turns out better. Okay, and I'm not an expert, in case you hadn't noticed. And I would love to use a base, but since I'm just trying out this palette, what did I do with my primer? Here it is. Okay. I would love to use the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Black Orchid, which I need to use up because I've had it for a few years and it's going to dry out on me if I don't use it. That's probably what I will do the next time I use this palette, because I think I want to use this purpley taupe shade. We'll start with that one in the outer lid and then see where we go. But since I don't want to use a base, I want to use this Too Faced Glitter Glue, just because it just enhances the eyeshadows. Any kind of shimmery, metallic, glittery eyeshadows that you want to use, not to mention pigments and stuff like that, it just makes it look so much better, so much more intensified. So I just dab 2 dabs on my hand, and I take a little lip brush type deal and just blend it in on my lid. Go ahead and do the other lid. That way I won't forget. I did try to do one eye at a time for a while, but then I would forget to put the glitter glue on the other eyelid and go ahead and go in with eyeshadow, and it's just a hot mess. And I like this Sephora Pro Flat Concealer Brush. This is really good. It's a really good shape. It's really small, and it's just like a small shader eyeshadow brush, really. So I'm going to take the shade Wave in the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea palette. And, oh gosh. Wow, that is really pretty. Oh yeah. I like this shade a lot. I put it on about 2/3 of the lid. And I try to, when I do looks like this, I try to bring that in some in the crease there without going all the way down or getting it on that first third, but kind of get it in the crease. It just seems like when you shut your eye, it just makes it look like it goes better, to me and my eyes anyway. And I kind of try to bring it out a little bit here too. Okay, and then I'll get some more for the other eye. See if we can Do the same thing over here on my janky eye. Because Lord knows, I don't think I've ever done my eyes and been like, yeah, they're perfectly matched. They both look exactly the same because I'm just that good. It just never happens for me. Never happens. This shade reminds me, it reminds me of that Maybelline Color Tattooed in Black Orchid. Maybe a little less purple and more taupe. But it's really pretty. Really pretty. Okay. And I'm just going to use a clean brush. That way I don't have to worry about mixing shades. This is a Morphe S30. Another same type of brush. And I think I'm just going to use this seashell shade. This pinky shade. This is like, I could probably pull out, I don't know, a dozen shadows I own, color combination, and come up with this exact same look. It's just one of the looks I really like to wear. But that's what really attracted me to this palette, was that they were shades that I like to wear. Like every shade in this palette, I can see myself wearing. And I kind of took that and blended it in with the other shade we put down. Whatever. And I'm going to take some more of that seashell pink shade and go on the inner corner a bit. And then a little bit underneath. On this side. I don't know. Ooh. I think these are really nice eyeshadows. Really nice. You know, that Too Faced Glitter Glue is like, it does the equivalent of using a base, like a, you know, like a stick base eyeshadow, cream eyeshadow. And if you don't like using cream eyeshadows, the glitter glue does the same thing. Has the same effect, in my opinion. Okay, and then I'm gonna, let's see, where is this little liner brush? What is it? It's just a fine angle brush. And I'm gonna go back in to Wave, the one we put on the outer lid. Put it down here. I've got to where I just can't go without putting shadow on my lower lash line. It just doesn't, I just don't feel like I look right unless I have a shadow on my lower lash line, which is so weird to me, because for years and years I never used anything on the lower lash line. I didn't contour, I didn't bronze. And then I'm going to go into this Abyss shade again, and then just use it on the very outer edge, kind of pull it out a little bit. Oh, I feel like I got something in my eye. Okay. I know I'm so boring. So absolutely boring. Okay, so, you know, it looks better once you've finished basically the whole thing. If you just stick with what you're trying to do, I'm taking my beauty blender and trying to clean up a little bit of that where I got down a little too far for my taste. If you stick with what you're doing, it kind of works out, you know, that you don't have to be perfect. Thank heavens for me. The Sephora Pro Crease number 10 brush. I got this off the sale section. Doesn't have any product on it, and I'm just gonna blend this a little bit just to make myself feel like I'm, you know, professional. Just blend until it hurts. I don't do that. Anyway, so there's that. There's the eyes. And here's the palette, if you can see. Like where I use the different kind of brushes, it does kick up a little bit. I wouldn't say it's powdery. These seem to be more of a jelly, like a gel type formula than a true powdery formula. But oh, so pretty. Oh, I want to use, let me go ahead and highlight my brow bone with sand. And I like using the e.l.f. Shadow C brush. I know I probably haven't looked at the right place the whole time I've been doing this. I'm sorry. Always. It's really hard to do. Props to everybody that does gets ready with me because I've only done a couple and I'm no good at it, and that's why it's so long before I do another one, because I'm like, whew, this is a hot mess. Okay. Eyeliner, I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs eyeliner in Earthquake. I love these. This is his matte eyeliners. And I don't know if I can talk and do eyeliner at the same time, because I'm always afraid I'm going to get my line too thick. Because even for us that don't use the you know, liquid liner, we still struggle with eyeliner. Or I do. Oh, if you hadn't noticed, they put several Clinique items on. Hey, hey lip balm queen, I know your name and I'm sorry. I can never remember. I'm horrible with names, I'm telling you. Horrible. Hey girl. Okay. The they put several Clinique products on the Sephora sale page. They put the skinny stick eyeliners. They're $8.50 right now, plus the 15% off. Candace, I should have known that. I should have known your name was Candace. Okay. Sorry about that, girl. Anyway, they've got those new Sephora lip crayon things that are like Crayola. They look like the crayon box. They have those, the big set, the small set, and the singles on their sale section. If anybody wanted to pick those up but didn't want to pay the price, thank you. Thank you, Candace. She said she loves my channel. I'm just, okay. Now, mascara. I did buy a new mascara, but I always use the Lancome Cils Booster XL. So we're going to use that first. This just does amazing things for my lashes. And I just go ahead and do both of them. I don't do one eye at a time. Because usually whenever I get down to mascara, I'm like done. I'm over putting on makeup. And there has been more than one time that I have walked out of the house without mascara on. The Sephora Lash Craft Length and Volume Mascara. It's one I bought yesterday. Sephora. Oh, this is an interesting wand. It's kind of flat on two sides. See that? Kind of like that, what is it? The CoverGirl Supersizer. maybe, or the roller lash. I don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. It should come with instructions. I've never used mascara with a wand like this. It really does. It's making my eyelashes really, really wispy. I don't know how I feel about that. And I always get mascara everywhere. Like, always. I go through more Q-tips and I ought to buy stock in Q-tips because I use so many Q-tips. I think mascara is my least favorite mascara, or my least favorite part of doing makeup is mascara. This is really weird. I feel like I have hardly any on my lash. Like, I feel like there's not much on my lashes. And I've got a few flakes on my face. We'll have to see about this. But, luckily, I never use just one mascara. So, I do feel like it looks nice, but anyway, I have the Makeup Forever Excessive Lash, which I also got as a 100-point perk yesterday at Sephora. And it has this wand that is weird, but it works because it volumizes. It gives me some volume. So I like to put it really close to my lash line down here and pull up. And I think it really adds volume. It's so hard to see lashes. I mean, it doesn't really come across good on camera. I don't know if you can tell, see, is that what people do? Close their eyes? I don't know. Okay. I feel like I need to dip this again. It's a really dry formula. But I like it. I really do. Have any of y'all tried the Wet n Wild Catsuit lipsticks? Because I bought one. Look at what I just did. I bought one and I don't know. I feel like it went on really good and it feels nice to start with, but then it dried out. Like it dried my lips a lot, you know, even for liquid lipstick, and then it wore off like in the inside pretty quickly, and I don't know, I just wasn't really impressed, to tell you the truth. Like, maybe for short wear, you know, I've really got into wearing my lip products. I have told myself that I cannot keep all these lip products unless I start wearing them. And I've really been making an effort to wear lip products a lot. And not just glosses and balms, but actual lip liners and lipsticks and all that. So, but I keep reaching for the same ones. But at least I'm wearing them. I've made a mess with mascara here. I always have a bunch of Q-tips on hand. For sure. Because I always make such a mess. But the Wet n Wild Catsuit, I mean, I think it's worth the price. You know what I mean? And I've only tried it once, and I haven't tried it. Maybe I just really needed to exfoliate my lips good and moisturize them really good and then give it another try. Because there was a couple shades that I would pick up if I'll figure out how I can get it to work for me, because I did buy the Rebel Rose. We shall see. Okay, and then for lips. Sorry, that's unattractive. I like using the MAC Prep and Prime lip thing. Because I got a new... This moisturizes and it just makes your lips ready. I got a... Where is it at? Oh man, I forgot to grab the lip liner. Anyway, we'll just use the Buxom Amsterdam Lippy. Which goes with this blush. I hate watching people put lipstick on. Am I the only one? And what is the deal with, what is it called? Mukbang or whatever. Watching people eat. That just totally turns me off. I'm just saying. I cannot stand watching people eat. It stems from my childhood. Like, I have this thing about mouth noises and hearing people chew and crunch and mouth noises I cannot take. I just cannot take it. And I cannot sit there and watch somebody else eat because of the noises. Maybe I'm a weirdo, but you know, that's how I feel about it. These have a cooling effect. Oh my gosh. What are these called? Full on lipstick. And they don't sell these online at Sephora anymore, but that shade, I really like it. And they feel good. They have a cooling effect, but not like a tingling or a burning, or it doesn't feel minty to me either. It just feels nice, you know? Matches my shirt. Okay, anyway, I know my hair is a hot mess. I usually wet it and then blow dry it because it's not clean. And I've been using this Verb Curl Cream. When I use this, I can use this the first day that I wash my hair. And then the next day, I don't have to add any more product. I just kind of wet it with a water bottle and flip my head over and scrunch it while I'm blow drying it with a diffuser, and it just reactivates this stuff. Because if you add more, then it can weigh your hair down and make it look heavy, but you don't need more. This stuff is great if you have curly hair, and it's really a natural curl. It's not crunchy and hard like a lot of hair gels and stuff. So anyway, y'all, whatever. My hair, I just kind of, there's always something going crazy over here. Anyway, I'm going to use this because I'm trying to use it at the Make It Forever Mist and Fix. I don't feel like it's necessary, but I'm trying to finish it off, and I just have a little bit left. So I guess that's all. I really thank you. She said my hair is beautiful. I realize that I have the good hair. You know what I mean? I realize that. And my husband fusses at me every time I complain about my hair. But, you know, everybody wants what they don't have. I always wanted straight hair. I have two sisters with bored straight hair. Couldn't hold a curl if they wanted to. And mine, I get this. So I always felt like the oddball. But it is easy to fix. You know, I could go out like this. Anyway, this look, it turned out really nice. I like this palette. I've only used it this one time, but it's really pretty. I'll let you know how it wears, you know, if it fades off or anything. But I could have got this look from any number of the other shadows I already owned. It's not necessary to have this palette, but here we are. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.